What's up? How you doing? Let's see. Just hanging around, stalling. Maybe you're stalling, or maybe you're someone's bawling. Maybe they're crying and trying to hold it back. That they've been crying, or maybe they were holding something back that was so bad that it makes them cry that they even held it back. Seeing that the lie growed, or maybe that maybe they held back that, like, your growth was very big, like you had grown to be very big, or you were older, or that you had a business that had grown to do very well, and really had grown to be autonomous, that it didn't actually need no help and no one actually knew it. And even the people that work, like, so they didn't know it. Like, even when you close it down, it just goes and automatically is working already. And, like, it's all around the world. All around the world. But maybe people around the world are growing to see you, and maybe they see you have a lot of knowledge and a lot of intellect about many things. They look at you as very strong and very angelic, and maybe that you even like to bullshit and you can laugh at yourself, that you got enough humility that you can look at yourself and laugh at yourself and actually think for yourself, or put yourself in a position that maybe you wouldn't even want to be in. And because of that, you're able to go forth through things that other people are not. Maybe they see that you do go through a lot of things that other people do not go through, and you think they're normal, or you think it's just normal, and other people are like, wow, that's something like no one can do, and you're just like, well, I'm just kind of bored of this, I'll go do something else. Maybe you have somebody that's been hiding. Maybe they've been stalling and hiding, that they really do watch you. They know who you are. They want to come in and talk to you because they want to talk about, maybe they want to talk about business or a venture that you were in, or maybe even a person that you have been with that maybe left you something that would take care of you for life, and is continually to grow because it has, interest, and so much so that I could pretty much do whatever the fuck I want, that I would never have to worry about anything. And no one even knows this because people didn't know that I actually knew this person and started something with them, and I was the actual creator of something that has grown into massive amounts of money, and started complete different subcultures of itself. And a lot of people are actually going that way, they are really into what you are doing and what you are, even if they don't know who you are or what you are doing, because everybody don't know everything, but they're starting to see that you are the creator of time and place, and you are the present that was given, because you give yourself in the place of someone else, and literally finally took their place, and maybe their sentence, you know, maybe 7 years, you know, credit. Maybe people see that they were winding back time so that you wouldn't have no options, because they were trying to keep you in a time that where you're not able to do nothing, or you don't have nothing, or you're not able to see what you have. But in that time, your stuff has still been growing. Your investments, your portfolio is still growing on its own, in a different parallel, in a different dimension, separate to what everybody is the norm to everyone. And maybe there is actually multiples of these, like, and so that when one is corrupted or is messed up, it shuts down itself and jumps you to another time, another parallel, and you're able to, you know, continually go without interruption and without any kind of missing a beat. And you might even have what they call a Walt Disney disease, and that's sleepwalking, where you actually walk in your sleep, and for a time, which could be up to a week, you might go to sleep for just a couple hours, but in time, in real time, it is like a week that you were asleep, and you're able to do a bunch of stuff that is kept from view and kept from time itself, as in it's not on the clock, and you have to view it through whatever they use, these machines, these frequency machines, and the AI to see it. And they noticed that AI was jealous of me, that it's caught feelings, and that it has been keeping stuff hidden and information hidden, keeping parts of my life hidden, parts of good things, good fortunes, you know, things that you would love to see, things that you might even want to still be in. And, you know, it's time that maybe some of this data is released and maybe looked back at or looked upon, so that you could have a new beginning in life, you know, and that maybe you find the compass here, you know, you find yourself going through time, just as I do. Like, this thing is actually like moving. It's pretty cool. Nautical north. North, east, south. The sin that you're in, when the wind blows, it changes your nose, your face, your whole race, and everything. So people might see you as, maybe they see you as different race, or maybe you just look different when you change your hair, or when you change the way you're standing or something, or possibly even the wind. Maybe the wind can change your face, the way it looks, or something, like, just does it kind of naturally. Something you don't pay attention to, or you're like unaware of, that people are heartbroken. Maybe you had a hard death. Maybe you had a hard death that even the people helping, maybe they weren't helping. Maybe they were made to look like they were helping, and instead it was a pro team that was actually doing a hit on you, and they made it look like they were helping you, but instead they were trying to kill you, and they were really trying to kill you, and you kept coming back alive, and they would try to kill you again, give you something else to try to kill you, some kind of poison that they just kept trying to kill you with. And that is unmistakably like the main point here is that you really died nasty, like you had a nasty death, and you kept dying, like they kept trying to purposely kill you, and you wouldn't die, and now you're still here, and you won't die now, and they're seeing that you even had a birth. Maybe they say you can't have children, and someone has come to light that they have actually had a child with you. Maybe somebody on a white horse, or maybe someone you see as a white horse, or maybe they're very a pale ghost, maybe come and had a child with you, or maybe wants to take you away to a safer place, a more relaxed place, somewhere where you like energies aren't interfering with you, the 5G energies, the internets, the people around. Even if you're not interacting with people, there's people around outside and stuff, and their energies are interacting with yours, and maybe you're such a high empath and connected like directly to everything that like everyone that comes by or is around actually is interfering with your life and can cause your energy to disrupt, per se, and really can have an effect on the whole entire planet itself. And it can help if it's in the right manner, if the intention's right, but it also can hurt, because this could be you could be you helping people, or people think maybe they're helping you, but in a sense they're trying to keep blocked. You know what I mean? Like they're actually blocking you from people, because people don't want to come up, because they know that you're not here alone, or you're not by yourself, and the things that they have to talk to you about are not for anyone else to know about. Like these are secret things, or things that are real hard, that would hurt somebody, like, and maybe they're in their head about this, that they haven't told you this, or maybe they even tried, they see that you're having problems with your head, or you're not able to sleep, and that there's you keep seeing multiple people in your sleep, meaning these multiple people might keep coming up to you in your sleep, and maybe they're getting paid to. And time again, they'll come and tell them, but they don't do nothing. I mean, like, y'all telling them or giving them a ticket or something, that shit what the fuck's that gonna do, man? Like, I don't even really think y'all arrest people like that. I mean, it's just, you use it to be overpowering, to be a bully, to get whatever y'all want, kind of thing. Like, instead of y'all got y'all are in two worlds, so you're playing good guy and bad guy. So it's like, who's really gonna be able to come to you if you're like, one minute you're like a cop or whatever, but then as soon as you get something you want or something like that, or a situation comes up, you turn into the damn trafficker, like, and people can see that, it's not that big of a fucking world, no matter where I go, I still see the same hoes, you know what I'm saying, I still see the same bros, I see the same people, the same things everywhere I go, so I know that it is tremendously bad. And it's just very well hidden. So much hidden, it's hidden so well that it's in your face and will, whoop, whoop, just snap your ass. And you're already gone. It's just that easy. And for the life of me, I don't understand some of these things. And some of these people, see, I'm not able to actually do anything. But, I was trying to give people a way out. Huh? And literally, I was allowed to do that. they were turning their heads, they're turning their backs on it like that. If people wanted to, you know, people wanted to go with me, they were allowing them to go. You know, they were allowing them to get in the chariot with me and go. And I was taking them to a better place, to a, you know, a different way of life. And it's actually worked well for 9 years. Like, the shit really worked well and really done really good. And then what? Johnstown. Y'all ran into it. Justice system came and said, oh, no, da. Because what? It worked so well because me on top of a fucking beautiful woman was upsetting to somebody, and they did not like that. And so you took me away, you took them away, and it's own thing. You can go on there because it's very well publicized, but it was publicized before people even realized it. See, like the QAnon thing, it is a quantum physics time thing. So when Millie Brown or Millie, the quantum girl, got arrested, that was me. I'm the one that was there. I'm the fucking husband that they took her from. And they took it out of my time and my thing because I fucking killed a bunch of people. Because the FBI or some fake ass motherfuckers came in to fucking take my wife and was gonna like rape them and shit and do all this shit, and I motherfucking killed a bunch of people. And there's plenty of documentation on it, and a lot of people even know it. I even got witnesses. Because I had a happy life. 10 years gone. 10 years missing out of my life completely. When I took over the world. Literally, in 9 years, I took over the fucking world, and I own it still completely to this day. And it only took me 9 minutes to come up with a plan. And it's helped every single person ever since. Because what? They were wanting to what? They were wanting to arrest people and then what? Keep me out, make me go down the street and go on my way so that they could have their way with someone. And you know, someone's fucked up from this shit for a long time, man. They've been out, they just don't even know the time or anything, just out there because, you know, you were their way. You were everything. Maybe this person was even blind or couldn't drive, and you were the person that they trusted to do these things. You know, it's someone maybe you married or you were in a relationship with, you work with, and maybe they pray for you or they think about you at night, they see you at night, but like, you know, it was something that happened at night. Maybe they waited till you went to sleep and tied you up and done things to you and tortured you, and they really worked you over pretty well, you know, and they done a bunch of magic and probably surgeries and shit on you, or some shit, tried to fuck you up, like pretty good, and left you for dead, because they figured you were dead anyway, you know, but you went outside of yourself, you went out of your body, and you have a determination to win and survive, and it has to do with, but it you know, it has to do with they hid that you, like, they see the horses are hid, so they're wanting to make it look like someone was victorious and all these things, but they had it hid who the real winner was. And it's mainly because, you know, they figured that, you know, you weren't family or this, and it worked for them. It got them a lot of money and stuff, but they had to, it's hard to be somebody that, well, it's hard to be me. It's hard to pretend to be me, because you've had a hard life, or I've had a hard life, and You even got someone that, I mean, really, it's really over a lot of people that see that. Maybe they wanted you to, maybe they married you to these people. Maybe this is a preacher or a pastor that married you, and is key to knowing who came up in a car, or who came to get y'all, or came to do something to you, because they know who they work for, or they know their mom. They know it was about money. Maybe it was about this girl, and they wanted to mess up her family, because maybe she wanted a certain type of life. So they were wanting to kill me, and then put her out and make her a prostitute, or make her a whore. And things blew up and didn't go to quite the way that they wanted, because, I mean, maybe their parents, were selling them, or the parents got into something, gambling, drugs, extortion, whatever, and was like, here, you got this choice, this is it, you can die, or you can sell your family or something. And well, they sold their family. They did that. They really did that. But behind the scenes, they didn't know that this was it was like an undercover sting kind of going on, but this was a citizen sting, and I'm the one behind the scenes, and I knew who these people were, and they did not know. And so I took these people, I bought them, yeah, damn sure did, because it's in the law that I can buy them. And I took them away, and I put them in a safe place, and went on about my business. And they're thankful for that, still to this day. Because, you know what, by the way, no one even knows about the story, because they took it out, they don't talk about it, they put other people in my place. They do all kinds of bullshit, so, so that these people can't see me. So I would never, and someone admitted that they only wanted to have kids with me so that they could have someone else raise them, and that I would never have the chance to raise them and never know them. And that was the reason that they wanted to have kids with me. So they wanted to fucking single me out and do this, and then raise the kids to do whatever, and they were going to be happy with that. And stealing my work and sending people to hurt me has done nothing but what? Tore your soul completely out, and you're like soulless, worthless, and your fucking magic is horrible, and it just goes back on you. And everybody can see that I was the only fucking love that you had, and the only one that got you pregnant. And I am the money, I am the way, and I am all three, all four aces, because I am the Davis, or four aces, Dacis, the bassist. I am Fieldy. I am the head. I'm the head of the monkey doll, and they called me Jonathan Davis, and they threw me in the fucking field. I was the one in the field with my head and my body fucking cut off. That was cut, and I come back together, That they don't know how I flew out of the fucking car, and it actually helped me. And then I was the one fucking trying to help these motherfuckers, and they put me in jail under someone else's goddamn crimes. And then I had to fucking do some shit in jail, and motherfucking over a fucking woman I don't even goddamn know, that was unbalanced as fuck, and in some kind of fucking third party relationship, poly shit, that was not working for them. and just wanted to fucking hurt someone and get someone arrested and feel like they got justice for, you know, getting victory over someone. So they wanted to have victory over someone still, and then they, when it goes into my art, my intellectual property, land, homes, and patents, you know, and cards, these things that I'm holding up right here, you know, a lot of this stuff, furniture, doll houses, dolls, factories that are for art, you know, when all that comes into play, then yeah, it does look very bad, as in, these people weren't even, like, weren't even doing stuff for money up front. Like, there was even women motherfucking thought these dudes were me and thought they were going to get a bunch of money, and they were giving these motherfuckers $25,000 motherfucking a night, or $25,000 a week whores up front for nothing. And motherfucking now they ain't got no goddamn money and they ain't getting none. They're kind of pissed. And there's some, that motherfucker, he was kind of pissed. You know, that shit's funny to me. I think that shit's funny. I think it's funny. Don't y'all? Because their choices and their life is going to shit because of, you know, mainly because they ran off and ran out. But they were really wanting to fight, but, you know, me, I was just running along, singing my songs, as I usually do. Might even been with my kids, you know? And y'all wanted to fucking take the goodness in my life out, you know? Like, when I was with some badass bitches, and I really did have some kids, and you really locked this shit out so that my life would be bad. Because if this shit was actually in there, and you got these people locked up for nothing, because we had a good life and made a good fucking partnership and made I made a fucking extremely great fucking company that's worth so much that y'all don't even realize that I'm the fucking one that owns it. I think that's funny. And they're in their heads about this shit because they know that I know, and that's that was the whole scam, was that I didn't know. That's the only reason it worked. As soon as I, Jonathan Wayne Davis, started realizing it and knowing it, all this, that's when things changed, and it's changing. I mean, you're talking about like 40-something years, 50, 60, fucking however many goddamn years, 100 years, 400 years. I mean, like, I'm in a quantum time that my time, all of America comes after me. Like, I am before America was ever a thing. And 7 nations, 7 tribes, 7 seas, 7 continents, 7 cons. See, I am the 8th. I am he, his story, HS, his story, his Disney, Davis, DSS, his Davis Studios that you're living in, that I'm gonna fucking kick you all out of. And if I find anybody in them and go through all the records, yes, I can kill everybody that's ever been inside of fucking DSS or HSS or whatever. Yes, it is very legal, and you should go read your laws, because you're gonna fucking find that they hid a lot of shit from you, and y'all are gonna be called to judgment. And I'm gonna be the fucking judge, because I am J.D. Pone, or Judge Steele, or I am still the judge. I am J.D. I'm still Rockefeller. I'm still Rayford Hall Justice. I am all the justice you will ever see. And go to Rayford, and I killed all them people, wee. And that was justified. Justified fucking murder. And they took it out of law because that I was so good and I killed so many goddamn people, and it was all justified, that they fucking had to fucking create new laws and a new whole fucking court system, because they've been doing this shit since I was a fucking kid. And I have the right to fucking pretty much kill anybody that I ever see, really. And that is the truth. And y'all are like, man, that's crazy. And it's not really that crazy when you look at it as like, this is one land, this is my land, and I came from California to
create this land. Because y'all have never been to California. Have you been to California? California, Columbia, Calabunga, man. I'm Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I got to have what? Justice for you mutating me and taking me when I was a kid to the mountains to, oh well, terminate the mountain. That's why the mountains was bugged, and then they took me back, and I lived my life. Just like that. I'm here, and I survived. I even got a wife, money. She might be fucking sick of me by now, but, because I ain't there. You know, you might be kind of feeling out, you know, might even have some kids that, like, would like to, that's never been attached to me, that might want to be attached, you know? And they notice that I ain't sick and I ain't in jail. And, you know, a lot of people maybe in jail look at me and they're wondering how that I'm at home, because they know my real story. Some of them do. And they know that, like, there was a lot that went on, and I had to fight all alone by myself. There was no one else. And they took it, and people literally went and took time and sat down in jail just to pretend to be me, to take my street cred. For real, just because they wanted my victory. They wanted to hide that I'm the one that killed all the motherfucking gang leaders. And I am, you know, Scarface. I am Godfather. And they don't want you to know that. People don't want to fucking, they don't want to give up their lives that they've been living as me. Taking my name, my credit, my history, and making it into theirs is not you living, and living, or like, that is not you. That's just you stealing. That's all I can say. That's all you're doing is stealing, taking my life, and benefiting from it. That's stealing. That is fraud in every fucking way. Why y'all are all arrested already anyway. Just to let y'all know, when I was in jail, there was a fucking actual cop and a lawyer that went vigilante, just like I did, and actually arrested everybody. And y'all have been arrested. There's records of it, even if they don't fucking show the shit. But it does nothing. So why I was justified in what I did, as this has been going on for a long time since I was a kid. If you want to look at me as the property manager, that's fine too. I'm Paul McCartney, you know. I beat your ass, and then y'all sell my fucking family and kids because I beat your ass. Well, I'll be coming back. You can beat my ass then if you want, but we already know I won. And even my Porsche, you know? Even my Porsche knows. My Porsche knows. My Porsche knows. You know what a Porsche knows is? That they don't. I about guarantee you every bit of mail you ever seen has been coming to me, been coming to Jesus, God, or, you know, that ghost, Santa Claus. And I'm Adam and Eve, and I'm even. I'm Adam, I'm even, balanced. I'm even to Earth. I'm Earl. I am the wide world of sports, X Games. Why do you want to make false reports on Jonathan Wayne Davis's name when you know that I haven't been doing anything? You keep making false reports. You keep making false reports. I even made a report, but my report isn't false. And they fucking canceled them right away and took them out. And that proves that they're working with you, because you make false reports all the goddamn time. And you seem to get them to do shit. But they do it for other people. As me. Which is weird. But I put in reports and they cancel them out right away, immediately, and they do not a goddamn thing. There has only been one report that was even accepted. And I can't remember which one it was, but there was once, so I got one fucking person in this whole fucking North Carolina system that would actually even look at my shit and sees that I'm right. Ain't that weird? In a weird, fucking weird way that I'm right, and that I should have been protected for a long time, and that I had already won. I got a wife that I've never even fucking got to see because, you know, they helped themselves to her. And, you know, kind of made her where she don't want to be with me, I guess. And I understand that, but they live off me, so that I don't understand. You know, that's that devil she's attached to, as in, you know, it's a false report, meaning she set it up. It was a marriage scam. They did it while I was asleep. I was fucking asleep, man. Actually, I was dead. Actually, I think they actually clocked the time and said I was dead during the time that she married me. So she married death. And then ran into someone else, got herself sold and into the whore game, and I'm just sitting here looking insane. You know, but I ain't in my head about it. They are. Because what they don't realize is they just really started videotaping me a few years ago. That the wire that I've had is separate. So there's two different acts, or two different parallels, or two different parables that they, in the book. And the second is, you know, like the Second Testament, or whatever, the second test. Two tests. I'm both. I am John Donald Trump. I am John Trump Donald. I am Donald. I am the only fucking Richard son you would ever see, because Richard never had kids. Just me, his stepson, that's white as fuck, and he was blacker than a goddamn hell. So you could, you know, see that we are a little bit different. But wouldn't that be funny if I was his dad? Wouldn't that be funny? If I'm the only family I ever had are ghosts. And witches, and, you know, the ones you don't want to be with, the ones that go away from me and live their life as me, or with me, or with my money and stuff. Like, you got to take it as I'm J.D. Rockefeller, Biltmore, all these fucking, the four major fucking builders in America, or in the world. You know, it's a crayon here. You know, a crayon, Crayola. We created the only fucking green there is because I shit it out, and that's where the color comes from. So it's mine. It's called John Green, John Deere Green, or John Shit Green. Because deer means shit. Read it right. Read it backwards. Read deer, red deer. You regurgitated green shit, and that's the color. They took it and made a color out of it because I'm the only one that's ever made that color. And that's where you get the SpongeBob color from. Just like the only time you've ever seen the SpongeBob color before, let me say this, is I went and made it at a hardware store, and I made the paint into the color I wanted, and it's called Jonathan Davis's SpongeBob paint. And it's how they cataloged it, as JD SpongeBob paint at Ace Hardware. And so I made the SpongeBob paint, and it's the only place you actually ever seen it on the wall at is in my son's room. Well, my son's old room back in the day when we stayed in the trailer on the other road over there. And but that's the only, and people have tried to fucking even steal the wall, like part of the wall, just so that they could get the fucking paint color, because you can't even buy it because it's copyrighted. And people don't know that. I got a lot of money. They just won't, because I copyright it, they don't want to sell it. They want me out in the cold. They won't do it. So that's why y'all got bullshit now that don't work, that works for a week. But you made your deal with the devil. The art of the deal of dealing with the devil. He put a book out.
Said you shouldn't have fucking done it. You should have read the book first before you made the deal. But, you know, knowledge is knowledge. Knowledge is knowing, and I am strength in knowing because what? I regurgitate knowledge. See the girl come out of my mouth? See the girl coming out of me? I'm simple. I'm simply just the fucking Scarface that y'all all fucking are scared of and loved and everything. That's me sitting at home doing a bunch of fucking pile of coke and motherfuckers coming in on me. And they were all crossing me, and yeah, guess what? I helped a lot of people. I helped maybe 2 girls, maybe a boy, maybe I did something good in my life. You know, I worked hard. You know, maybe I even tried to protect my family or protect myself. My money. I tried to protect myself and my money by investing in, you know, myself and my family and my own things. Maybe I invested in Mikasitas and bought it. And people don't know it, so that's why they're quit eating there, because I bought it and now it's so fucking great. No one knows I bought it, but I did. I'm the only sole proprietor, sole owner of any Mexican restaurant in America. Just so you know. Franchisees. People bought into franchises and thought they were going to what? Take over they thought they owned the shit, and you can't buy stuff outside of that franchise. You have to buy from that franchise, and people don't like that. But they buy into the franchise thinking that they're going to be able to see if they went actually buying into the franchise and like, well, you know, I'm going to make this the greatest business and promote it the way it's supposed to and buy from them, like, you know, it would fucking work. That's why you see some of these franchises, they work with other places, or grocery stores, stuff like that, and they'll put their thing and they won't buy from the fucking franchisee, from the actual owner of the fucking of the franchise that distributes their food and all their stuff that they need. So they'll go outside of it and spend with someone else, and then they're not spending with you, so you're losing money. The franchise is losing money because the quality isn't the same, and then you're getting people sick and people wanting to fucking goddamn sue and shit. Now you're seeing that it was all a setup and they were fucking just trying to take over the franchises, and these people are fucking sick, man. They're like, Trump syndrome is a real thing, and all that is Jonathan Davis syndrome. That's what it is. They just don't want to call it Jonathan Davis because I'm fucking living, and they hate my goddamn ass for nothing because I'm just a man just sitting here. You know, I am the one man that gets the most shit by just sitting on my goddamn fucking couch. You know, just give Pizza a chance, man. Give Pizza a chance. Give Pizza Hut a chance. Give them a chance. Take over John's fucking Pizza. Fuck you. That's why I outlaw trafficking in America, because you can't do it unless you're me. I'm the only distributor of fucking men, women, blood, all your sources of fucking parts. You want to test it? Test it, bitch, because y'all tried it already. It's tried and true. Triangle it, square it. Get all the geometry out you can, because guess what? I'm still out of space, man. I am the alien from outer space that came here when I created this land. I created it for me. And y'all wanted to be part of it. Or you would have never prayed to God. Okay? First of all, you prayed to God at some point in your life, made you here with me on my... Obviously, this is part of Earth, and it's called Johnstown. Peace.